presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Thunder five right now. Ran outside at the three with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Cantor in at the five down low.
Damian Lillard off to a great start to his NBA career. Year one, he was the fourth ever unanimous Rookie of the Year. And then year two, his first All-Star appearance.
And Matthews gets it to go. Now the Thunder with it. It's a 5-point game. And Waiters with the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. About a minute played so far here in the first. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Scott Brooks gave me a couple of minutes to catch up with him. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Westbrook following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. It's Westbrook with the drive and the rejection by Lopez. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got his first points of the night.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Batum dishes to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Here's Waiters. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Waiters got his second bucket tonight.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
Matthews into the lane. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Matthews has got his second basket of the game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Well, the season before this last one, the Trailblazers really struggled to get help from their bench. Didn't get a lot from the reserves. And while the team improved significantly last year, the bench still wasn't quite up to par.
Here is Matthews after Enes Kanter's basket, and the shot is good.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Here's Aldridge. Can't get the heave to fall. Well, Steve, at the Trailblazers bench, while they weren't a strength by any means, they were able to play strong enough defense where they could at least hold the score they inherited more often than not.
And that's all you really want from your reserves, Kevin. I mean, they weren't going to blow anybody out, but if they could be solid defensively, which they were most of the season, they could hold on to that lead and maintain it until the starters got back in the ballgame.
That's good. That's 7 points for Lillard.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland.
Well, we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two teams last year. That was fun to watch.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Kaman's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams comes in for Kanter. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dion Waiters. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. Back to Kaman, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And they match up really well.
Kevin, they really do. Sometimes it comes down to the X factor when these two teams play, and really it could go either way. They're that evenly matched.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, as an 81% free throw shooting team last season, you can't find much fault with what they were doing from the line.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Augustine against Lillard. Tries it from 9. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lillard's got 9.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Portland leading. .107 left in the first quarter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
One thing that Damian Lillard has made abundantly clear in his first few seasons in the league is that he's a force when the game is in its late stages. Just steps things up in a big way every fourth quarter.
He misses the free throw.
And it's really rare to see someone Lillard's age be able to be so calm and collected when that fourth quarter rolls around. I think it's a tribute to his level of confidence, and that confidence is mixed with humility, and that's a nice combination that allows him to perform well late in games.
Well, you look at the way he approaches the game, the way Lillard can take over as a playmaker, and he has all the ingredients really to dominate the fourth quarter.
It's a big reason why he led the Blazers back in so many games last year and even exploded for 25 points in one fourth quarter. So, you know, that game still sticks out to me as one of the most dominating performances I've seen, and it just showed how talented this kid is.
Here is Lillard following Russell Westbrook's 3. And the basket by Lillard.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
For 3, Durant. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 8. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. Flalo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Dishes it to Augustine. They get it again. And here's Batum. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Live this Friday night.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
How about the shooting so far? It's been a clinic out there. They are lighting it up and really creating open looks for each other.
Well, Steve, there hasn't been much resistance and when they've been on the offensive end, so they've taken advantage of it.
Thunder trailing by 12.
You know, the NBA is a talent league, and it's hard to win in the NBA without superstar talent. And the Thunder are fortunate to have two superstars in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those two give them a chance to win no matter who they're facing up against or where they're playing.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Deion Waiters is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Cantor in at the center.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And Augustine kicks to Ibaka. Leonard with the steal. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. Feeds it to Augustine. That one goes. Count. And you look at the star challenge for Oklahoma City. The eternal what if. Steve, how would this team be different if they held on to James Harden?
Well, that's the question. I mean, to have 3 superstars, they would have been unstoppable offensively. As it is, they're hard enough to guard. But, you know, that's a question that will remain, you know, forever unanswered. Portland Trailblazers last season acquiring Robin Lopez essentially for 2 second-round picks. Just a huge pickup for them as he solidified their starting lineup.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lopez with the steal. Outside, Batum. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. He kicks it to Ibaka. From past the arc. The shot is off. And it's Portland the other way.
And Robin Lopez taking to the quirky vibe in Portland, a big comic books fan. He's written a pilot for a TV show. He loves to draw. So he's got an artistic bent. And that's fit in great in a town that embraces the creative and the unusual.
Just 3 to shoot. Batum inside the three-point line. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Nicholas Batum really starting to pour it on right now.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Robin Lopez has always been just a little bit different. He feels at home in Portland, where the city slogan says, "Keep Portland weird." Coach Stott said there aren't too many towns that have that slogan. Portland's a perfect fit for him and vice versa. Lopez definitely marches to the beat of his own drum, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Lopez always a bit of an eccentric, but the Blazers love his impact on the court. Catching up on the changes for Portland. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Myers Leonard, and Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake. Down low, here's Lillard, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And Robin Lopez, a player who knows his role. Interior defense, speed, rebounding, hustle points.
Well, perfect fit next to LaMarcus Aldridge. Selfless, team-first guy. Does a lot of the boxing out and the screen setting. And had an excellent season for Portland.
You know, one thing you like about Aaron Aflalo, he's an outstanding post-up player for a guard. At 6'5", he's got a real knack for scoring with his back to the bucket.
Wasted no time on that one.